Do you have the TV volume? Okay. Yo, what's up, Stillman? Yo, Sound, welcome back. Yo, what's up, Wrangler? Nolaplex, Dom, welcome back. You got the Vimba? Nice. Joint Papa, greetings. What spot did you get it from? What's up, Renz? Oops, I can't spell. Perfect. Let's get out there before it's... whatever. Man, remember when boat tickets used to be so cheap? T-Joe, greetings. Welcome to the stream. Honestly, this is like... This is prime time Savan time. Yo, what's up, Gray Fox? So, what spot? Was it the spot that I was fishing last, Wrangler, or did you end up getting it at a different spot? What do we think is the safe distance away from the boat to have a lure? Do we know? Same spot, size 4 hook. Thank you. I need to try that again. I need to try it like one night, one morning, and then bounce off. Let it rest. I don't need to do what we did last time and like drive myself a little bonkers, just like waiting forever. 25, Peter says. Okay. I might clip this one since I've got a spinning rod. I want it to be as, you know, close as possible without affecting the bite rate, especially on my third rod. So a lot of people are catching these, you know, down around the island, especially down south of the island. I actually had yesterday a couple of them, just not big enough, sort of off in this direction slightly. And earlier in the day, a little north of the island. So I don't know if the answer is just to do like laps around the island. That might be the thing, but... Alright, so if we do 25 clip on this one, I can tell you that left... If that's 25 meter clip, then that left one's probably at like 12, which apparently is not far enough back. Yo, what's up, Nom? Did you try spin fishing in front of the camp area? No! I need to try that, Stone Man. That's right. That's how you caught yours, right? That's true. I am seeing a lot of people finally getting them trolling, but I just don't know, like, was yours just a really lucky situation? Or is that... something that we could recreate? You tried for 2 days. 5-hour Norway session. That's awesome, Wrangler. Trying for the barbel. Yeah, I've tried for the barbel more than just about any challenge I've ever tried for in this game. And I still don't have it. So I gotta keep trying, apparently. This is what I get back here. Just tons of pike. Alright, that's 25 meters, right? $150, $140. Ooh, I don't know, Renzi. That's weird. Alright, we've got 2 fish on. One of them could be the dream fish. It's that time of day. This is like, I almost just popped the leader just because I'm not smart. This is probably, I mean, this might be too big to be what we're after. I don't know. Can you troll with a three-way rig? Ooh, I don't know. I mean, technically you can. Does it work? I don't know. Moy Guy, what's up? Thea, how's it going? The location where I caught it is E6, right above the 4-meter hole casting west. What's up, Jorwal? Ivanplug says yes, it works. Why, are you thinking, three-way is the way to do it, or what? Oh, tell Shadow I says hello. Thanks for the follow, Nom. Appreciate it. We're going to spend all our time trying to get this lake trout in. I'm going to laugh when this is a pike, too, by the way. Oh, that is a beautiful fish. Look at that 10-kilo Cory char. Not the fish we want, but, I mean, my goodness. It's hard to be upset about that, right? 5 different fish on 3-way. Oh, I didn't know about that. Holy cow. Is that 5 kilo? Because if it's a Savan... If it's a Savan, it's guaranteed 4.5 kilos. Oh my goodness, guys. This is a Savan trout. Get me off of this map. Breaker says, grats, thank you. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. Yo, I don't know if you were with us yesterday, Meat, but, like, were you still saying streamer RNG yesterday when I couldn't complete a single challenge for what we streamed for 4.5 hours? Something like that? Was that streamer RNG? Hey, I think the trick was, first of all, these 2 lures work really well for it. What's up? If you're trying to get this done, like, these are your lures. 65F003, joined ADS 003. I hate to admit this, but the trick might have been finally casting the lures far enough behind the boat where I wasn't getting penalized. Okay, I don't even know. Like, it's been so long since I've completed a challenge, I forgot what that feels like. Do we have time? Let's go to Oldberg. If we hurry, like, we might be able to be at the tail end of white bream. Tail end. The easiest way to get rods in the water and have a chance here is to throw two float in and then try to set up the feeder really quick. Oh, that was way too far. All right. And then now we just need to not miss the bite. What am I going to put this on? It's probably easier. It's probably easier. Dang it. Yeah, it's my fault. Let's see, what is it? It's sinking. It's caramel 8. It's all right. All right, so we just short period of time here to try to hit this. If we don't hit it, we move on to something else and worry about this later. Because, I mean, really, like, morning, just this early part of the morning is like the only time this could work. It doesn't last long, though. Why does everyone tell us to save up for Venga when Goliath looks better on paper? I don't know. I mean, old habits die hard is one answer. I mean, the Goliath came out like, you know, yesterday basically, and people have been saying that the Venga was the best reel for probably years at this point. I'd have to look back. Now, I've also heard people say, I mean, what are you, it's like, it all depends on what you're getting it for. I mean, the Venga is arguably already more power than you need for carp by a good amount, not just by like a couple of ounces or something, but by a good amount. So what are you purchasing this reel for? Are you going for beluga? Are you going for sea fishing? Because then, yeah, maybe I could see even more power being helpful. But just remember, if it's more expensive, if it's nicer, if it's, you know, it also is going to cost more to repair, all that. So Venga is still a very good reel, but there are so many more gear choices now that it's just more complicated. It used to just be easy, right? People would just be like, get the caliber HSV and then save up for your Venga. I didn't necessarily feel that way 100%, but I understood why that was the advice for most people. You can still do that, but it's way more complicated now. What's up, Weekend FM? Start watching your leveling up guide on YouTube. It's so helpful. That's awesome. Appreciate it. What level are you? I'm thinking about starting a new one. Would that be annoying? I'm thinking about starting a new one. I'm ready. Latest one? Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. I'm glad it's helpful. Now that copper's out, at some point, I'm going to try to start a new one and see what it would be like to level with copper being around and those copper trips. I got the barbel and gold tinch last night in 15 minutes. South spot, 17 meter clip, 13 hook, dice cheese. What? Okay, I will try it. Wait, you got it both on the same set? Are you saying you got both of them on the same setup? All right, I'll try that on all 3 rods when I first get there. Thank you for the recommendation. It won't work for me, but I will try it. Is there a midterm between caliber and Venga? Yeah, there's tons of them. But is there one that you want is the question. But yeah, there's tons of options. Especially now that copper's a thing. Like, doesn't that complicate it a little bit? This has got to be a chub, right? Maybe the downside of having red worm in there instead of just all sweet dough. Wait, you got it today too, Renzi? Same baits? Honey dough. But you were using cheese for the tench? You've been playing on and off for years. That's amazing. Well, I'm glad that if things are making a little more sense or going a little better these days, I'm glad to hear that. Do I know an active bream spot in Oldberg? I do not currently. I have not heard about one. I'm sure there is one, but I would look on VK. All right, we might have to do this another day. It's 9:40 and we're now catching gibbles. We'll give it a couple more minutes here. Goliath. Oh, is that right, Seismic? That's interesting. Yeah, I haven't used a Goliath. That's not what you get on the sea trip, right? What do they give you on the sea trip? Because whatever that is, I have used that because I did at least part of a sea trip on that last leveling series. The azimuth. Yep, thank you. That's right. That's right. And I love the azimuth, especially the azimuth blue. Goliath is good for match fishing. Interesting. Repair costs are high. Goliath 3000's 5K repair. What is your suggestion on the midterm on caliber and Venga that is not expensive and you can use on catch multiple fish? You're trying to force me to answer that question, aren't you? So catch multiple fish, that implies all around. So there's got to be a spinning reel. In some ways, I want to say like the midterm should be a regal because you should be out at Norway and then you can earn the Venga pretty quickly. But I don't know. I liked the Avia 8000. The problem is now that copper exists, I think you probably want 6,000 reels. I think if you're trying to do a midterm between caliber and Venga, you probably want it to be a decent 6,000 reel so that you can use them at copper. So, I mean, if that's the case, I mean, I haven't thought this through a lot, but if that ended up being the case, then you're talking about the Avia 6000 or the Azimuth Blue 6000 or the Azimuth 6000, I guess I should say. Something like that. All right, this is too slow. Let's stop this. We got to come back. We got to be here at like 3 in the morning, get set up, and then catch it at 5 in the morning, you know? All right, so let's do the other royal pickers. We can set them up first. So it sounds like we're doing cheese on all 3, at least to start with. Let me see about the size hooks. I know you told me, but let me just double check. 13 cheese with tench mix. I love it. This is absolutely awesome. All right, we're going to go loop rig, and we're going to go 35, 50 gram. What's the test? Ooh, maybe we shouldn't do 50. Maybe we'll do 30. Might have to make tench ground bait. Then again, I don't. I also have golden tench ground bait, but we'll start with tench mix. That sounds smart. 13 hook. All right. Cheese. 17 meter clip. And we'll set one more up, and then we'll go and we'll get them cast in there. All right, loop rig. Let's try 50. I'm just curious. Okay, so this has 18, by the way. Was there a leader size? Oh, Wrangler. Was there a leader size? Does that play into this, do we think? Yeah, I honestly don't disagree with that. I think it's worth thinking through. I'm just not sure. That person might already have the HSV, so it might be that ship might have sailed. All right. Let's don't calculate the travel cost we spend today. Although that Cory Char and Savon Trout, good silver. We're still in the positive right now. You had 31.5? I mean, I'll definitely have less than 31.5. Did you do fluorocarbon or did you do carp leash? Yeah, I like that, Renzi. It's worth at least thinking about. I think I can't find the spot. I think I've gone too far. Yeah, if you are making the decision today, I agree. I think you go with something that allows you to fish. Allows you to fish at copper. But, you know, if you're not making the decision today, maybe you wait and figure out how good copper's doing at that time to make sure you want to base your whole gear strategy around copper. All right, this isn't going to work. I mean, I can't see the line good enough, so this is what we're going to do. Oh, yeah, that's too heavy. Figured it would be, just making sure. We'll go down to 20. I don't actually mind that at all. All right. And then this one we need to change to loop. I'm tempted to put honeydew on here, but I think I'm going to go full. If it's possible to get both, then I think I go cheese on both. All right, this one's 13, by the way. I actually think I want to run fluorocarbon on this one too, just to mix it up. 12.7 fluorocarbon. Now the grass carp are not going to be fun, but sometimes challenges are not fun. And let's start a new portion. All right, so the goal here is when we catch a fish on the first rod, we will we'll move the rod holder back. That's just not going to work. 13, by the way, so small. Why is this the path? I'm not going to question the path, but this just doesn't feel like this should be the path. I mean, at least 4s. Like 4 would be the minimum. Here we are at 13. I have not caught any commons at Oldberg. Oh, that's cool, Dan. It's a vintage? Oh, you should do that. We should all do that. How much is it? Like 1,000 silver to repair that old vintage reel? Oh, 13 to avoid the big fish. Maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe that's it. I just can't, like, I've got to be able to see the line better than that. So we're going to have to move this sucker back and maybe go to an 18 clip. Next time we have just like a minute to spare, I want to go get my line sorted, get the most optimal both like braid and mono line for these. I thought that was a barbel for a second and I was like, check, but it wasn't. Okay, if we move it back, there must be something about the Alright. Something about the slope of the land right there. It's the rods. I mean, I tried to put it down before I had any rods out, although it might be even more restricted now. All right, let's see. Bear Lake. Let's just pull it up, see if anybody else has been posting anything. All right, yeah, here's somebody catching a 5.2 on chafer. That's the nice thing about chafer. You can go large one hooks. You're not catching any carp. You have a very, very rare bream. But for the most part, you're just catching barbel. All right, here's a golden tench on... Wait, did y'all see this? Golden tench on algae? Large one hook algae, but you know they're catching like grass carp and stuff on that too, right? You got to go up to a larger leader if you're fishing with algae. All right, this person had golden tench on the cranberry, which I tried that yesterday for a long time. No dice for me at least. All right, here's a barbel. Was I gonna change something on this? 13 cheese, I guess not. I think this rod might have one on there too. It's just small. You've only caught tench at 44.50? I guess technically we're going for barbel more than tench right now, although some people are getting both here. All right, there's a barbel. I might put chafer on one. We'll see, but that's what I'm thinking. All right, that looked like a solid bite. No, it's tiny. You went for 13. Okay, yeah, I might start going up on hook size too. That's a good point. You were a little fearful of just trying to get a bite rate. Maybe we go 6 on this one. Strangely enough, I haven't had a grass carp yet. I'm assuming we will, but that's awesome, Renzi. Yo, Av, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Float hooks. This isn't a float hook. It's a rage. Come on. Is that a float hook? Is that particular rage considered a float hook? I can't read its description. It won't show me from here, will it? If I find it in the... If I find one like it in my inventory, will it? Suitable for professional and amateur sport fishing. Recommended for use in the composition of float equipment. What? So Series 1 is float? Is that what we're saying? So what's not float? I swear I use Rage Series 1 for everything. Pretty sure I use those for everything. Everything else is not float? Oh, I thought there was another float one. I don't know. You use Series 2 Rage? Do I have any of those? Like, I actually thought I did have some of those, but now I'm not seeing them. Oh, there's one. But that's a tiny. There's a Series 4. Float. It's recommended for float. Thanks for the follow, Obzy. I appreciate it. No, I don't need any. I don't need any. It's all good. It's all good. All good. I can find another option. I just did not realize those Rage Series 1 were float, and so I think I've just bought a lot of those over the years, and that's pretty much what I use if I'm not fishing for carp. So I do use carp hooks on carp, but like in this situation, sometimes I go carp hook, sometimes I go classic hook. At the same time, 99% of the, I just check on a random hook. Yeah, true. Oh, it says both? Okay, cool. Series 4 is both. Hey, has copper had any mixed temperatures yet? Not yet. Oh, we got elevated in a few days at Bear. I don't know if that helps or hurts for either species, but hey, nice Trophy F1 guarded. That's awesome. One day I'll get to fish at copper again too, I think. What am I fishing for? I need a barbel that is 5 kilos, and I need a golden tench that is 30 grams or bigger. It's fine either way. It doesn't matter the size actually on the tench. Guthunter, thanks for the follow. What's crazy to me is that you actually caught a barbel that was the right size on a hook that small. As like I've caught hundreds of barbel in the last couple days, and all of them on large one hooks, and none of them have been big enough. You wish you had a setup like mine? Well, I would say you can have setups like mine, but you gotta just enjoy the road, the process. This is like Lord of the Rings online. It is the journey, not the destination. In fact, once you reach the destination, you're likely to be like, where did my motivation go? And then you realize the fun has been that slow progression. And hopefully enjoying some good fishing along the way. But honestly, like once you unlock certain water bodies, nothing that I'm fishing with right now is that expensive. I mean, you know, you spend a week at Norway, this set is yours. And this game is a very grindy game. So it may seem like spending, you know, a couple hours a day at Norway seems like a lot of time. But in this game's time frame, that's hardly any time at all. Wait, I'm exaggerating. You need more than a couple hours a day. If you get them in a week, you're going to have to spend several hours. It's going to be like between a part-time and a full-time job. I'm just saying it's not that much time. I was sitting here thinking like, wait, these rods are 5,000 each. The reels are almost that much. Anyway. You got to do the time. It's the chase that's fun. Yeah, that's totally true. The road is filled with nails. That's funny. The road is filled with nails. You haven't fished copper yet, Wrangler? Well, I was having a blast at copper. Like, so much fun. But I'm really motivated by these challenges. I don't think I would be able to relax and feel cozy at copper right now because I'd be like, oh, I got to get these challenges done. And that's just the way my brain works. What are the top 3 methods to farm silver? Right now, it's Norway, copper, Archie. At level 22. Norway, copper, Corey? I think you could make... Corey is kind of doing pretty good right now trolling. And then honorable mission bream at Berg. Of course, everything I said just dependent on the fact that you haven't made your trips to Norway or copper yet. It's filled with nails and very long traffic jams. McGee, welcome back. How's it going? I'm stubborn. I don't have enough for my 2 other reels and rod pod. Corey? Is it worth the trips? Do you get decent tackle for it? Yeah, you rent gear while you're on the trips. You rent gear, all you need to have a good time. Now do a little research. If it was me, I would do a little research before taking the trip so you can maximize your benefit. But yes, especially if you pay gold for the trips, you're going to make a ton of silver if you've done a little bit of research and prepared yourself well. I think that's the case. I'll know more in the coming days, I think. But Amber with caviar corn. Oh, that's true. Yeah. That's true. Amber actually is probably better silver than copper right now on those spots that are like popping off. I don't know about that. It's close. It's close. That's funny, Wrangler. How are you, like, is that what you're saving for currently, and how much do you have towards it? Why don't you get the cheap one? If silver was a concern for me, I would be completely fine with using the cheap one and putting bells on there. Man, we've got nibbles that have not been on there. But those are just those really small fish realizing that we put bigger hooks on. Where can you buy nature peas? Wait, do you mean... Oops, spelling is hard. Do you mean... bees? Are they not in the tackle shop? They should be in every tackle shop, Muigi. Muigi. You didn't see him? Get foam rubber fish, go to 34 on Norway trip. Yeah, that is a good way to make some silver. I'm a new player and done 2 of my Norway trips. I'm making about 1,900. Oh, that's awesome. Holy cow, that's so much silver for a low-level player who's still, like, learning the game. That's awesome. Good for you. Alright, so we need to double that plus some. Wait, is that really the only one you have left, Laza? 2 didn't hook up again. Are you talking about for me? I'll report that rod. Are you watching the bites I get that don't stay? Well, I'm glad somebody's paying attention to it. Is it the middle rod? Is that what it's happening on every time? This one still has a very small hook on it. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but it's got the tiny wee little hook. So cute. Oh, yes, you will be fine, Laza. That's what I believe. I certainly hope so, because if I'm not fine in that amount of time, and I have a heck of a lot more to work on than just the golden tench, but I will be not happy camper. Chafer, dang it. Alright, let's put it on this middle rod. Thinking about... What the... Don't make me angry. That means you were using a large one hook. Now I'm like so nervous. I'm going to put the wrong thing on there. It's going to be like, no, that's not for, you can't use chafers on that hook. It's only made for rhino beetles. You know? Yeah, I do use, now that's when I'm using boilies though. I don't think about it for like regular baits, but I do use WG for bottom and Mugga for pop-up. So here's the question. Have you gotten your golden tench yet, Mui? So here's the question. Are you going to stay in the same spot? Are you going to go to 4450? Because I think if it was me, if it's only the tint you need, I would be really tempted to go to 4450. Now that might not be popular because for some people at least, they got their golden tint here, but I think if it was me, that might be what I would do. Although you still have another spot to bounce back to coming back here if you don't get it. And want to rest it. Yeah, I'd go 4450, clip 21, I think. Oh, you had them clipped. Gotcha. Yeah, I know. The tints are slow, in my opinion, on this spot. Now, what you'll see is people will have, they've only got one tinge in their whole bag, and it's a golden tinge, and it was from this spot. But yes, that could happen, but I would just always feel better about a spot that's producing more tinge. It's having a little better chance. Third fish here, Smokey? That's right, it was here, right? Well, and if you're going for tinge, you definitely put all cheese, maybe honey dough in there, unless you want to try to get it with a boilie. Or unless you want to use the crayfish tail. That would be interesting here because crayfish tail, well, you might occasionally get a barbel on crayfish tail. You certainly at night can catch bream and eyed or whatever, but you're just not going to catch a lot of other things. Like I can almost guarantee you this chafer is about to either catch a barbel or a bream. It's nighttime, so it could be a little bream, but let's roll that back. WG on the carp hooks. WG. Do I have another WG? Is that what I'm using right now on one of my rods? Like that might have been the only one. Oh no, here it is. Ooh, number of bites? Wait, is that what I'm using? Okay, we'll go WG. I like it. Trophy lake trout. That is awesome. Congrats, Fishman Fisher. Oh, it's overnight, isn't it? Not quite, but close enough to start to feel it. Okay, so we're not going to drive ourselves crazy here. What are we working on next? What's something a little bit more chill? Like we could go back. I don't know. I think I will give this at least through the early morning, like through the morning. But so probably we won't go try to do white bream again next. So why don't we? Tivimba is morning too, so probably not the best idea. We'll skip that. How do we feel about Zander on Sura? That's a nighttime, which it could be getting close to night by the time I get there. Let's look, see what people are doing on that. I'll look at Blunties and I'll look at VK real quick. Let's close this while I look at this. All right, so. Okay, Blunty does not have anything yet. And VK has, oh, there's a Rudd. I guess we could do that while we're at Sura. Okay, here we go. 99.41. Provoker 4005, just casting from shore. No, casting from boat. Maybe casting from shore. I can't tell. He's at 99.41. Does anybody know if that's on land or boat? Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth fish was a Zander. I guess you could also throw some like bait fish or something in the water if you wanted to up your chances while fishing. I mean, don't we also catch Zander drifting at Sura? Isn't that a thing? The one, thanks for the follow. Zander on Sura is so dangerous because of the cats. Could you craft balsa crank? If you send me the ingredients, I will craft one for you. But let me just tell you real quick. I have no points in lure making, so it's gonna be garbage. Like, it will probably be, what, 2 or 3 out of 10? So if you're okay with that, I'm happy to make it for you. Yep. I would take him up on the offer. Exchange username with him, send him a message, and I can tell you the ingredients, but if he'll make you one that'll end up being 8 or 9 out of 10, that's who you want to go with. Anything balsa is going to require sandpaper, paint, steel wire, and a balsa block. Remember, you got to go to winding for the balsa block. If he's willing, you might want to ask him to make you like 5 so that you're sending 5 of everything if you have that kind of silver. And even if you just say, hey, could you make me 5 of the better balsas? Like, he might be willing to do something like that. If you only have one that you really have your... By the way, if there's one that you really want, you should get at least 2 copies of it, because as soon as you have somebody make one for you, a pike will steal it. It's just the way the game works. I'm so glad you found the peas. I was like starting to doubt my own sanity. All right. Let's throw it back. I don't love how it pops more slack in it with these. It's just the way of the world, it seems like, but... Alright, so we're going to try Zander. Let's see. Weekly. I just feel like we could just go, if we just go drift, it's going to happen, right? Provoker 4005. Everybody's using the provokers. Just go drift that one hole. As long as we have strong enough to get like a 20-kilo cat in the boat. Wouldn't you say? That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. We'll see, but that's what I'm thinking. I guess I should go through the list and look and see what else is required for Sura while we're there. At the moment, I would say the golden tench would be like bycatch right now. What I'm targeting is the barbel, but it's possible that the golden tench could come as well. Probably more likely from what I've seen at 44.50, but people have been catching them here too. Bug says, yeah, I don't like the slack either. I'm using the rod pod in narrow spots like small piers. Interesting. Have you played with the angle? I'm wondering if you set up the angle different, if it would make a difference on how much slack it creates. Well, if it's a barbel, there's at least a chance, I guess. I still think it's a little small. And it looks more like a common carp. See, if you get all the slack out, but then you set it down and boom, you've got so much slack again. And I guess what I'm wondering is if you had maybe a slightly lower angle, maybe less slack would pop up. I don't know, we'll try it. Oh, if you raise it. What's up, Keephius? Long time no see. All right, I don't really want to raise it that much while the lines are on there, necessarily. As you raise it, do you see, oh yeah. Wait, raise it to what did you say? 110? Oh, I'm at -9 something. All right, let's go back to what we were at. And I'll mess with it in a minute. That's the other thing I'm not trying right now. Although I've had a very low bite rate on barbel for that bait compared to the chafers and the cheese at this point. I have caught 1 or 2 barbel on those boilies, but I tend to just catch a lot of carp. Yo, how's Montreal, Keephius? Where did you move from? I really want to visit one of the large cities in Canada one day. I think that would be cool. Yes, this is a crazy time to get back into RF4, just in the sense that there's so much going on. We've just had a level 29 Copper Lake get released that has, for the first time, has gear restrictions on it. And then also there is the anniversary, 7th anniversary of RF4 event is going on for 60 days, where you have a chance to get a bunch of prizes by accomplishing different tasks, which is what I'm working on currently. I forgot chub like cheese, but that I remember that now. All right, so if we get rid of the slack, oh yeah, I think that actually created more slack having it lower. All right, you set it to 110. I mean, this is going to totally mess up the rods and everything, but all right, so there's 110. Let's open it. Actually, this one we didn't need to open. Let's open it and then tighten it. Open it and then tighten it. Beautiful. All right, so we're at 110. We'll see if the slack seems more or less or same. Crab, mussel, and caviar pellets are classics for barbel, but carp often like them as well. I put Nightcrawler on for the golden tench and caught even more barbel. Oh, that's interesting. I haven't tried Nightcrawler yet. If you don't want the slack, you have to step into the rod holder when you throw. Interesting. Okay, I'll try that as well. The first thing I'm going to try is just standing where I normally do and then setting it down with the higher elevation. And then the second thing I'll try is stepping forward on the cast and then setting it down. You got it on wheat grain? Has anybody else tried wheat grain? I feel like this is the first I'm hearing about wheat grain. Oh, I don't have... Alright, so you've straightened it out, set it down. Oh, just as much slack as... maybe slightly less, actually. But similar. Yeah, that's interesting. You've seen trophies lately on wheat seed? Well, at least the bite rate has suddenly picked up on my chafers. Although it is bream. All right, let's try wheat seeds. Now, wheat seeds probably not gonna catch tench, right? I mean, that's one of the things we were doing is sort of like, you know, casting baits that we're gonna catch. I didn't move up. Oh well, that we're going to catch both species we're going after. But we'll try wheat for a second, just see how good or slow it is. Do we want to try night crawlers for a second over here while it's still nighttime? Huh, that's weird. What do we, thank y'all. Okay, now, if we're just going for barbel, how does this change things in y'all's opinion on our bait selections? I mean, we've got to have chafer at least on one, but what else would y'all vote for? I mean, cheese has been working. Cheese has been working, to be fair. Chafer, cheese. What's the third bait for if we're just going for barbel now? Oh, is that right, Nom? Nightcrawler? Let's try Nightcrawler. I like that. I'm assuming we want to go pretty decent size hook, or am I wrong? I mean, we want to encourage like a nice size. We also could go to a different ground bait. What do we have in this stuff? That's fine. Whatever. First fish on wheat seeds. Bream like them too, by the way. Gibble. Interesting. That's with a size 1 hook. We'll keep going, but we do want to change the ground bait. You could also go... Oops. You could also go no ground bait. We could go PBA. We could go boilie. I don't know. We'll keep going like this for now. Oh, man. You've caught mini barbel and redworms. That's interesting. Caviar mussel or crayfish pellets, but also attracts carp. I could do that. I could switch one to that. I got some good barbels on honey dough, but it pretty much catches everything in Bear Lake. That's funny. Yeah, if somebody's going for... I agree with that, by the way. If somebody's going for the different species at Bear, like the fastest route to that might just be putting honey dough on. And you caught that golden tench on cheese, right? Yes. Diced cheese was the way to go. Time to suffer at Corey, yeah. Same. Currently getting spooled on a 9.4 liter and honey dough. Yes. I would move up to at least 13 kilo liter if it was me. Thankfully, on the cheese, we have... I think we have 1 grass carp on the cheese, and we were fishing with all cheese for a while. So it is going to happen, but it's a lower percentage than you would think. But if possible, I would get a little more strength than 9. I would at least. All right, what is this? This is not what we're after. wheat seeds are letting us down so far, but we'll try them a little bit more, and then we're going to switch it to maybe we actually might switch to the boilie on one. I'm actually kind of feeling the boilie right now. You've caught 4 grass carp in the last 30 minutes on cheese. That's a much higher percentage than what I'm seeing, but you know, it's just RNG. 1 versus 4, not that big of a difference. Pain train, nice. Common carp, that's awesome. That golden tench was almost exactly 1 kilo as well. It's weird. You've got 2 grass on cheese, yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna set up. Are you hot? We could also. Oh, that one's on. Make sure it's spinning towards you. No, I'm just saying, like, make sure that one over there is turning towards you, and not just over here. I think we set up jigging rig, and oh, that's way too big. I mean, Zander have huge mouths, so it's not that big a deal. Obviously, we want to go as big a leader as we can. Is 35 enough? Probably. We're not going to see that big of cats there, usually at least. And I think it's the 05. I'll have to double check. It's one of these, which we need to buy a couple more of those. So this is kind of the setup that I think we're going to just like drift at Sura with, maybe, and try to get that Zander. I think. All right, I'll keep it on night crawlers a little bit longer. I just think chafers are the way to go, to be honest with y'all, because it's like targets them so well. But I'm trying to keep an open mind. Oh man. Drifting got huge nerfs. Is that right? So I should just stand on the shore and put a couple of bait fish in and just fish with it. I'm still trying to figure out if 9941 is bank or not. I'm gonna go to RF4 info and put it in and see. Sura 9441. Yeah, that's totally from the shore. So we'll actually just try to recreate what this person did. So yeah, so that means we're going to be doing bait fish. So we should probably set those up on the carp rods. I can't find them. Oh, I need bleak though. Is that what we're saying? White bream maybe? Wait, are these rough? Not 100%? Yeah, they're 0%. So, we could catch some bleak first. I mean, that would be pretty easy, right? All of the Zander were on lures, weren't they? Yes, drifting got nerfed, but I still got the Zander drifting. That's awesome. Maybe I should just do it then. I'm trying to just get some like different. I guess all I'm seeing is like lures. I'm not seeing any bait fish. Maybe I shouldn't worry about the bait fish. Oh, there we go. All right, so 2 people did use bleak. I just think bleak and provoker. I did not remember that drifting got nerfed. Now that you say it, it kind of rings a bell, but I just did it so seldom. I guess it didn't stick in my head that well. I've had a few, so I stuck to the carp braided 31.5 liter. Don't you use a trophy bleak for a challenge somewhere? Don't you need a trophy bleak? Oh, I might just need a trophy in general. Call at one of the first 3 maps. Is that right? Trophy fish on Mosquito Lake, Winding, or Oldberg. Maybe we just go try to catch a trophy bleak. Is that kind of what you're saying? Let's see let's see if anybody's like spitting out bleak spots at Winding. All right. Well, I saw bleak in the pond, and this person's not targeting bleak, but they are catching them in the pond. Here's someone else catching frogs and bleak in the pond. I don't like how this one is like. It looks like it's already got a fish on there, but it doesn't. So fly size 22 hook. $106, $123 for bleak. Is that right? Wait, it doesn't look like it's 106. Is that a spot at Winding? Oh, that's up in the bend, isn't it? 106, 123, I see it. For some reason, it doesn't show up as a spot at on RF4 info. RF4 info does not like those coordinates. Is there any way I can share this with somebody? So Trey, were you using fly or something different? Fly. Have you trophied one? Okay. Imagine it's a barbel. Carp like night crawlers too, though. Grass carp hitting night crawler. Yes, indeed. It's like you see how slow the chafer rod is, but the chafers are only catching pretty much one thing during the day, at least mostly. I don't believe night crawlers are going to work. But as soon as I say that, somebody else is going to catch a trophy on night crawlers, and I'll feel stupid. So I'm going to go a little bit longer. No, I have... Oh, yes, I do, actually. Tench ground bait still. I have barbel on the other two. Wait, barbel ground bait? Is that a real thing? It is. Funny. Your last barbel's on Nightcrawler? It's like there's part of me that wants to put more chafers on there, and then there's part of me that wants to put those seafood boilies on there, but... there's a barbel, but it's so small. Let's go with a... we don't want to go too crazy because the bait is small. Even like a 4 would be better than what I'm using now. And let's switch this to barbel. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, same with night crawlers. I mean, not night crawlers. Same with chafers. You're going to slow the bite rate way down, but then you're also, mostly you're just going to catch what you're going after. So that was a micro barbel on night crawlers. Okay, so if we do fly, we'll probably do... we'll probably do 2 lines. Let's see if it's like, I don't know, let's see if it's active on 22. I have no idea, Wrangler. I haven't, is it any good right now? I mean, I don't even know what spot we're talking about. Is it active at the moment? Whoa. What is this blue trophy barbel called? Oh, that's on chafers though. That is on chafers with some fancy PVA. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but I think I know that winding, these days winding is like hard to beat on bleak. That's exactly right too. We have to catch a trophy on one of the first 3 lakes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, if we don't get it here shortly, we'll come back another time. There's no, like, we don't need to fish the spot out and and then sit through terrible bite rate. We've got like so many different challenges still to work on. I don't know. I mean, there's times I go for bleak, catch a bunch of bait fish, and never see the trophy, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll be okay. I mean, if it comes down to it, we'll eventually find a trophy on one of those 3 lakes. Crucian or Gibble, something, but... Yeah, there you go, Smokey. That's one way to do it. It's just put some boilies on there in a crucian spot. Yeah, rough is another good option. Too small. It is a barbel, but too small. I already got the golden tench. Yeah. It's true. Wow. Yeah, look at that Corey char. 86 silver. Savan 54. Okay, at least we're back to making a little bit of silver while working on challenges. Streamer silver. Alright, I think we go... I'm going to go take a quick bio break after this fish at least. And then I think we just head to winding. Give this spot a little bit of a rest. Since all we need is barbel now, probably no point in fishing 4450, right? We pretty much have to fish at this spot. This is our best bet. So we want to let them rest. I haven't seen a albino since that first day I came here. I caught a bunch of them the first day. And now we've been just no such luck. Okay, this could be it. I mean, obviously it could be a grass carp, but wait, is it big enough? I thought the way it pulled at first we had a chance, but now I'm worried it's only like 4 kilos. But it's also a grass carp. Oh, that was perfect size, just over 5 kilo. All right, I'll be right back. These are pretty consistent, like 50 grams almost every one. How am I going to tell the difference, by the way? We should put a different float on. For a second, I thought those were like on the same exact spot. I just guessed. That was just a guess. I don't have any like other really small. It's fine. All right, one is short and stubby. Popped off. It was small though. I don't think that's a bleak. That's so annoying. It almost snapped our line. I want to get him on shore so he doesn't even have a chance to swim away. All right. Thanks for the follow, Sicalius. Appreciate it. First time chatter, welcome to the stream. Chubs can be a pain on light setups, yeah. And I'm using very, very light line. I am not going to sit here and wait till morning for trophy. As long as we have a few bait fish, we're heading out to Sura as soon as it's time. We should already have, let's see, where are the bleak? We already have tons of bait fish. A trophy dace would be nice. I agree. I like it. I would be totally okay with that. But we got to keep our eye on the prize. This is about Zander more than it is about trophy from first 3 lakes. We're hoping to be able to get a Zander on bait fish. Ah, you're getting close to bait fish. Nice. 7, a Savon trout, 7 kilo would be nice too. Yeah, for sure, Renzi. You just want one at 4? Yeah. Oh, Captain, you got a 3.9 Savan? That's kind of brutal. Oh yeah, we're getting so many bait fish. And not only is it a good bite rate here, it is so consistent with bait fish size. Like almost everyone is like 45 to 50 gram. Trophy cusk. Whoa, blue. A blue trophy cusk. That's incredible. Congrats to Gwenzera. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. We probably already have more bleak than we could possibly use in one night of fishing for Zander. That was a dace or a chub or something white. It wasn't a bleak. It ran off as soon as we touched the pole. Oh no, yeah, this would be a pretty amazing XP silver farm if you're a low level. If you can find flies at a reasonable price. It's the only thing. Not to say it wouldn't work good on bloodworm or peat or pearl barley, but sometimes flies are the best. Not always, but sometimes they are. For low-level players' sakes, I kind of like it when either bloodworm or pearl barley are, because you can make your own pearl barley, and bloodworms seem to be always in stock and so cheap. It's almost good enough bite rate that you don't want a second rod in. We're managing, but I mean it is really good. Miss that second bite sometimes because they happen so quickly almost at the same time. Oh, nice, Renzi. That's awesome. Congrats. Now it's pike or lake trout time. Maybe Arctic. Oh. Today I had that 10-kilo Cory. That actually was pretty fun. That would be a good one to do it on. Sure you wouldn't mind. There's a dace for you. A little bitty dace. Not even a marker. Huh. Slowed down all of a sudden. All right, here we go. Ah. Oh, that's frustrating. Angry Doggo, that's true. You got it on the 65F003. It's a good one. I don't. Is this a bleak? It was like doing a weird thing. It is a bleak. I mean, unless it like actually hooked itself. Oh, we do still have it. Okay. I think this spot, you would totally catch a trophy here. Or have a really reasonable chance of catching a trophy here if you were fishing for these like first light, like 5, 6 a.m. It's going to be a pretty good chance of that. I don't know that we can pull this one back. Oh, we might. We might pull it back. It's another chub. Which, that's one thing that's no fun about this time of night. Okay. I think we're going to call it. All right. Okay, so we are headed to 99.41. Get our bait fish in there. We have no idea clip. Probably just like max cast it or something. And hope for the best. All right. 99.41. By the way, we need to at least make a couple of these bleaks so we can throw the first two in. Worlds, Renzi just caught one on Balsa 65F003. There's lots of lures that are catching those fish right now, though. Make sure you have it a long way away from your boat. And I caught mine around the island. So I would just do laps around the island probably. Oh, 30 minutes. Nice. That's so cool. Around the island, yeah. All right, so this is what we're doing. Now, technically on this interactive maps, we should be able to put in 99.41 and we should be able to measure it. Like, I think if we do a 45 meter clip, it gets there. Not that we're like super excited about that, but it gets there. All right. I don't know that we can get it there. Oh, maybe. And then, yeah, I'm not going to even use... Okay, one thing I'm not thinking about is, do we ever hit a catfish on this? I don't know. We'll worry about that later. Alright. How far can we cast this? That's not bad. Alright, let's go ahead and make a bait fish while we're waiting on that to sink on the bottom. We'll do 2. Yeah, I'm using RF4 input. Which royals to buy? The bottom ones. The PM98H Royal Picker, if that's what you're asking. I think that's the answer. I don't have bite alarms on my rods because I'm used to using... Wait, do I? No. Because I'm used to using the pod, but I didn't want to deal with the pod sounds with... yeah, it's a burbot. With the bait fish. Oh, wait, what was that? Okay, let's see here. Not big enough, right? Nowhere near big enough. We want a, I would say we want, ideally, we want a little more power here. Like this can go up to 39. Yeah, 28, something like that. Like that just makes more sense. Yes, they increase the efficiency of live bait fishing. That's correct. Is that a Volga? Ooh, that's nice. Okay. Bleak. Bite indicator. Again, just much stronger. We've already got a fish on? Good grief. Can't make these fast enough. Alright, let's see if we really have a fish on. Yep. Alright, so what's the easiest way to get 7 kilo fish at Quarry? I don't know. Probably the way you were going for the Savan. I mean, just make sure you have those larger lures on there. Alright, I'm going to be really curious. What size is this Zander? What do we need? Like, is it 5 kilo? Is that what we need? Alright, this is 2.8. I mean, I literally cannot keep up with it. I did did not throw out a rotten bleak. I don't think. $3.6. They're getting there. Oh, now this one might have been rotten. Oh, no, it wasn't. All right. You can check in the info menu if a fish is on. Not exactly, but there is a glitch where it will sometimes blink in the menu screen if you do have a fish on. Yeah, that'll be interesting, Wrangler, to be honest. I don't know it, Sophie, but I've heard really good things. I would I would do something else if it's been that long. Let it rest, honestly. Where'd you farm your blink? I farmed them at Winding Rivulet. They were up in the corner on the main river. They were very active. I think I might switch them next fish we catch. I might switch them to like 1/0 hooks. Trying to, I mean, if they're biting this fast, try to sit on that slightly larger one maybe. Unless it kills the bite rate. Like we have a fish on right now. We might have 2 fish on, but I'm going to still try to catch something on this first. Because in most cases, those fish are not going anywhere. And a lot of people have been catching this on the provoker, not on bait fish. Not that you couldn't do it on bait fish. Clearly you can, but you're probably going to get a lot of undersized zander. Did you catch giant catfish on bleak? What I kind of want to try, if this doesn't work next time I'm here, I'll probably try drifting just to see. But this, I mean, I've been catching zander, so I mean, this is working. We just got to get the right size. But yeah, if I start hitting cats, I'm going to get tired of it quick. Yeah, rough. I think bleak are doing a pretty good job of targeting them so far. I don't think it stays in the hole long. If it is reaching the hole, it's not staying there very long. I guess we could go, I mean, this goes up to 60 test. We could put a stronger, I mean, a heavier test on it. I don't know. I caught a zander on it first cast, but since then, not so much. don't want to catch micro burbot actually. Let it fly. Yo, trophy rough. There you go. Oh, this fish, this does not have a fish on it. All right, cool. Let's see, Vemba. What were we catching Vemba on? I remember algae was working a little bit, but... Oh, Nightcrawler. And that other, like, maggot-looking thing. Yeah, I think you're right. Like, we're not... It's not staying in there long if it is going in there at all. Maybe we throw 3 bait fish out there then. Really give this a try with bleak. Okay. Maybe I will. Still nothing on this one. Interesting. Yes, you only use trolling. Just hit J to start trolling and it'll take you at the correct speed. In before rotten bleak. You think I have a rotten bleak on this one? Oh, you're right. Alright, I gotta get rid of the rotten bleak. You've raised a good point. Alright, this one's fine. This one's only gonna catch a catfish, and we don't want to catch a catfish, so let's get it off. The rotten ones still swim around though, don't they? Which is tricky. Yeah, burbot might. You're probably right. All right, are we doing this? Oh yeah, spot is awesome. New feature, yeah, that was weird. That's the first time I've seen it. Oops. Not what we were going for. Barbel, white bream, Vemba, Zander, Donitz, Ladoga, Sichel, Sura Picker. Too small. Both golden tinch were on cheese. I'd... does this have a chance of being 5 kilos? Maybe? I don't know. 3 point something was not that different from this, but I think it's going to be hard to tell. It's probably a little too light. Yeah, it was on cheese with tench ground bait. Alright, this is a Zander. I think it's the biggest one we've caught. I don't think it's quite 5 kilos though. 2.9. So what did we have? A 3.6? So I'm wrong. It wasn't the biggest one. We've got a fish on middle rod. So far, no fish on first rod. Not that it's been in there that long. Or maybe it's just a nibble, or maybe it's just the bleak swimming around, actually. In the next 1 to 2 in-game hours? Okay, I like it. $17.2 grass, 9.7 liter wasn't fun. That does not sound fun. Hide number 2. So, too bad that we don't have picker rods we could catch fish on bait fish with, because We do need to do the picker thing. Ah, personal best grass? That's awesome. Well, congrats. That's an eyed as well. So bycatch is eyed. Yes, you need pickers for some of the challenges. In fact, specifically here, I have to catch a certain amount of fish species on pickers at Sura. Which, that's one thing I was going to do really quick is see, yeah, so catch 10 different fish species on Sura River using a picker rod. I assume that the pond counts, even though it specifically says Sura River. I would be surprised if the pond doesn't count. So you can get, what, 5 over there in the pond at least? And then, excuse me. Thank you. Yes, picker and bait fish is difficult because of test. That's exactly what I was meaning, yeah. Yeah, well, and certainly, I mean, I think that's wise. If the challenges don't seem fun, or if you don't want to get the gear that you need for the challenges, there's plenty of really good fishing to do right now without having to worry about the challenges. So there's another burbot. Because you need an ultralight telestick as well for some of them. Alright, there's at least one fish on, maybe 2 right now. Silver and big head on pickers and you'll get all 10. You just want to see me fish for silver and big head on pickers. I mean, as long as we didn't catch too big of ones, we actually would be fine with our copper setups. But if we start hitting some big ones, we're in trouble. Alright, we're getting low on bleak. Wait. Oh, this bleak is so big it actually makes the kilo warning show up. Yeah, it's just because the size of this most recent bleak we put on there. So we haven't hit the right size, but it does seem like, I mean, 6 in 23 minutes, that is pretty reasonable. It might be fun to try the drifting, but I doubt you're going to have a better bite rate than this. Just got to find the right one. Obviously, we could put smaller weights on here and then not have to worry about the... But it's nice to be able to cast them as far as we are, so I think we're probably at about the right sweet spot. That's 2.579. That's another decent one. We just got to get the right one here. All right, so next one we catch, we're not going to have a bleak to replace it with. Nice trophy F1 razor. And I don't know of anything else on a feeder. You might occasionally catch a Zander or a Volga Zander on night crawlers or something, but I think a roach could get us in trouble with catfish and stuff, but I'll put it in just for a minute. Since we're sitting here anyway. Banana strikes again. Love it. Those F1s love their banana. Mayfly larva as well, huh? I wonder how many 5 kilo... I guess we could look up RF4... What is it called? RF4 something. Not info, the other one. Or not... stat. RF4 stat. And see if there's any... Let's see. Sura... Zander. Alright, the records have been bleak, provoker, huge minnow, quicker, huge minnow, tiny fish. But bleak have been a big part of it, so I don't think there's anything wrong with this strategy of just going bleak. You could do it this way. More records have been set on bleak, or as many records, between this and the provoker. Alright, we'll wait for this last bleak, which I guess we should cast this out there one more time. So what are we talking about? Test goes up to 60. $50. Can we put the provoker on? Yep. Now this might just get a little farther. Okay, it went all the way to the shore. It's going to be a minute before it gets into the 7.5 meter hole. Alright, there we go. Oh, never mind. Alright, maybe I just let it sit for a second, because this is the bleak. Ooh. Man. I don't think it feels like a 5 kilo exactly, but it's a nice something. It does happen. That was yesterday for me. Alright, it is a Zander. It's like once you get it above water, it feels way too light. Oh, we're just off barely. What, that'd have been so cool if like the last one would have hit it. You did almost guess it exactly. That's a decent little Volga. Or perch, actually. Is that perch? That's a perch. Alright. Oh, one thing I could check really quick, I'm just curious, like this person that was, yeah, they had it on a 1/0 hook. We're using a little bit bigger one. Oh. Ooh, bleak order. 2 bleak orders. I think that we might as well, even though I might not use them right now, we might as well go get a few more bleak real quick. No, I'll be done pretty soon for tonight. I will stream again tomorrow, most likely in the afternoon, but we'll go a little bit longer, but not a lot longer. Yeah, I mean, that's between both of those bleak orders, it's a decent amount of silver. I kind of thought, like, that's not a noob question. I kind of thought that cheese might be for sale now in all stores. I'm pretty sure you can get the cheese cubes in a regular tackle store. Somebody else will correct me if I'm wrong, but you can craft it. But to craft it, I think you need the Corey store. I think you can purchase it without, though. Yeah, we never get that back. Is that just the price of doing business, or do we want to change anything? I mean, we could go to 24 hook. I don't know that it matters that much. We're still going to occasionally hit a chub. I don't know. I mean, they are cheap hooks. I think it's fine. I just do not like it when that happens. But we've had like, what, 3 chubs now? So it's gonna happen. You're gonna hit the 1 kilo chub. No chance on this line size to get that in. Inviso monoline. Dace? Oh, I'd. Let's see, I have 2.5. Oh, I do have 1.5. Okay. Yeah, 1.5 actually works on these. Wait, it's not in the water. I just don't have it in my hand. So now we've gone to even smaller line, by the way. I'm amazed how quickly we went through those bleak. That was pretty cool. Is there a place you can go to find hotspots? RF4 Discord. VK. Probably the 2 most reliable with the most information. Dace. Corey for cottage cheese, basic cheese dice, any grocery shop. That's not what you make cheese out of though, right? Hold on. Cheese cubes uses cheese. This kind of cheese you have to get from Corey, Farmer's Food cheese. I could be wrong on that. I might be getting confused. I thought you could just buy the cheese out of the tackle store though, like not cheese to craft with, the actually finished product. Or am I just thinking of potatoes where you can craft potatoes or you can just purchase the potatoes? I don't know. I'm not sure. Fast farm for bleak. Yeah, it's great. The cubes in store are only gold? I have no idea. It's been so long, I'm not sure. I didn't think that was the case, but I could be way off. Yeah, the cheese wheel is definitely at Corey. What we're trying to figure out is, can you just go into any tackle store and purchase cheese cubes for silver? Not something you would craft with, just something you would fish with. Not something you would cook with, just something you would fish with. I think the problem used to be not that you couldn't get cheese, it's that it was out of stock because it was so popular back in the day for tench at Oldberg. But I don't think that's the case anymore. But I could just be remembering wrong. Or they could have changed it. Is that a dace or a roach? Looks like a roach. Someone else in this exact same spot. I just saw a weekly go up for bleak. These are some healthy bleak. Oh, Renzi. It feels that way, and then all of a sudden it's just going to happen. Is it time to give Corey a rest, though? Did I get a float point? Man, you've got quick eyes. I thought I saw it too. And I was like, oh, I'm at 99%. And I was like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining. Because I bounced off of that screen so fast. We still haven't seen what the morning bite is like here on Bleak. It's probably insane. Okay, I can't. Wow, it waited for me. Such a nice Bleak. Unfortunately, some of these we're catching right now are too small. So we put that 24 hook on the second one, and it definitely is occasionally getting smaller Bleak like now, but it also occasionally gets big ones. So it's not like one way or the other, but it just feels like we're getting undersized ones a little more often. But we haven't had a chub bite us off in a bit. That's kind of nice. All right, right now, what are we at? 13. 13's pretty healthy. I think we had 8 to 10 last time. But we came a lot earlier this time. Yes, shifting does work. Yeah, I know. I don't like setting the hook with shift though. So once the fish is on, I use shift, but when I'm first setting the hook, I don't. If that makes sense. When are you talking about? Like today or recently? Oh, cool. Glad you saw it. Oh, that fish jumped off. I mean, we probably need to use the other rods if we want to be able to cast any farther. These are kind of at their max cast. I mean, this is definitely fishing the same spot. Hey, bleak after bleak. Man, I don't know. That might not have been a bleak the way it was nibbling, but I'm not sure. Healthy bleak. Oh, gotcha. Haven't been there since where it was guaranteed trophy bleak. Wow, that's cool. I wouldn't mind one trophy, but we don't want more than that because what we really need these to be are bait fish size. Which most of these have been recently. I always forget maggots are another good option for these. Yeah, I'm only using sandwich on one. I don't know that it actually matters with bleak to use sandwich, but I'm sure it doesn't hurt. Oh yeah, trophy definitely should be possible. I agree. And again, I think if you were here first thing in the morning, even higher chance maybe. But you would think this time of day there would also be a chance. Just not sure. Yeah, no, just certain times trophies are more likely. Dace. Angler's breakfast tea. Imagine if this was oblique. That's a chub. Which the sad part is I can't put the rod down because the chub will break it off. All right, see you, Trey. Thanks for hanging out. Yo, what's up, Rift? Holy cow. Riftquake. How's it going? It's been too long. Golden Tench. Again, imagine this is a... It's not... Happy New Year if it's been that long. Same. Same. I'm sure I owe you a happy birthday or two. Any RF4 for you, Rift? Oh, nice, Rift. Thank you. Gotcha. Well, I hope you are doing well, and I hope the new stuff is good. Yes. Hide and chub can be a pain. Thankfully, we're using such small hooks that it's not that common that a big one hits, but when they do, it's reset for sure. Now, I don't know that we have to use line that's this light. In fact, we could use our bigger ultralight sticks and not even sweat it. But I thought it'd be fun to use these like micro ones. Live on the edge a little bit. Technically the only task I would possibly accomplish with this would be the trophy on one of the first 3 lakes, or first 3 water bodies. But mainly what I'm doing is catching bait fish for the Zander at Sura, which technically is not necessary because you could catch it on a provoker, but it's kind of fun to catch them on bleak. You know, for the past couple years, Rift, I've had a different job, which is, so I have a little less time, but I also have some time off, like over the summer. I have a couple months where I'm not as much is going on. So it's sort of a nice trade, and I really like the job, so it's been good. And besides that, everything's going well. Kids are just getting old, you know. Driving around and all kinds of stuff. It's hard to believe. We'll give it another minute or two. This is definitely when the bite stops or slows down dramatically. I don't know. Is drop shot rig better? I think I just was using the jigging. If you're talking about with the provoker, should I have done drop shot? Oh, come on. Yeah, they're getting too slow. Yeah, there you go, Riff. Thank you. You as well. It's a pretty nice one. Let's just throw it right out here in front of us. Let's just focus on one for a second. You got yours on drop shot. Okay, I'll try that. I will try that. Does that cast just as far? What size hook did you use? I'm not going to be able to cast this as far. That's the first problem I see. Do they make heavier drop shot sinkers? I guess I could use a different rod. This rod I'm using is just probably a little heavy for that. $36-gram ones. I still don't know if that's heavy enough. I'll try it, but you use size 1. Okay. Again, I might need to change rods, which I can do. It's fine. Did you do it from the boat or from shore? that's the other thing that I talked about doing, was actually trying to do it with drifting. Oh, you did do it from the boat. Okay. Yeah, so that's a little different. I'll be right back. Oh, you did yours drifting. Okay, do I try that really quick? Hold on, let me think about this. We could just try that for a minute, maybe. Or a few minutes. I want to get a couple more of those provokers. You love the sound bait fish when you craft them? Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, here's the boat. Okay. Okay. Evora number 2. Drop shot. traded all my gold 80s for 2 steel heads to troll Sura River Zander. Yes, I do remember that. You definitely had some like infamous trades over the years, Rift. Things that aren't even possible these days. Dandalorian, good evening. Well, yeah, no matter what happens from here on out, I actually had a much better day today with tasks than yesterday. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I know that we have Bleak, so we can go get set up in our spot on the shore and try to do this on Bleak again. We're more likely to hit the big ones, you know, later in the morning anyway, so this is just a good good experiment here. Yeah, that is a big loud sound when it hits the boat, you're right. Well, we are catching fish, although so far it's been more like burbot. Probably. Yeah, it's true. We might be able to... I don't know, actually, but we can go check. That's a good thought. Then we could more easily fish with the drop shot, just in case that's working the best on these. I think we have a fish on there, or something's happening. No, it's just acting weird. Okay. Yeah, let's try that. I don't remember how far down you can land. Ideally, we want to be... I don't know that it's going to let us get off right here. I don't think it is. Alright, so we're not going to be able to do it down here at all, right? Huh. I don't see how that's much better. We'll see. Yeah, I'm probably going to do that as well. I have Bleak for doing it. I just was trying this out. Wait, it can be light or ultralight? Is that right, Renzi? I haven't even looked at that stuff yet. So I'm not sure. I mean, if it can be light, that does help a little bit. Because it's hard to get enough strength in an ultralight rod to catch the amount of fish you need to catch, while also not spending a ton of silver. Yeah, I don't know, Renzi. I'll try to look at it. I'll try to look at it later, because I just don't know what's available. Obviously, light's going to be cheaper than ultralight. If you need ultralight for Ladoga, then you might as well just buy it once and get ultralight. I gotta remember our spot here, 9941. Oh, I think I'm parked on it. It's fine. Okay. I think we gotta go back to jigging rig just so we can get the distance. Is this enough distance? You know what? If that's enough distance, then we could probably do the drop shot with the 36. That's plenty. Never mind, we could probably do drop shot. Wait, you did it all with the one that I use? Because this is tiny. That's impressive if you can do it on this one. This one only goes up to 2.2 load capacity, but I doubt it's very expensive. What's it called? Ultra Telescopic 4? Yo, Clock, did you get it on Bleak or did you get it on the Provoker? Get the float rods at Donitz, KC says they're cheap. Interesting. Oh, shoot. There is a fish on. It popped back on. It's going to be a small one, though. Bleak, one-eye hook. Okay. Well, Donitz, does Donitz have a store that sells specialized ones? I can't remember. I don't know why it would be cheaper there unless there's a brand that they only sell there or something. I don't know. Separate shop. And they have an ultralight that's a better deal? I hate for you to travel to Donitz if that's not the case, but might be worth checking out. Russian flow shop. I remember getting floats from there. I like some of the floats they have in that shop. I don't remember the rods though. .1 ultralight stick. Three point one's a little nicer size. What's up, Big Drop? Guess I need to put a smaller weight on that first one. I don't think I have any other rods then, if it's Adaman. I definitely have their floats and some hooks, but all right, Nam, thanks for hanging out. Yo, Gopher, nice mirror. Oh yeah, that'd be cool, Big Drock. Yeah, I think that would be cool. Dandelion, I think that'd be really cool. I mean, did we hit our first catfish? What's going on here? Good job, KC. So it was just stuck on that little like wait. It was just stuck on the elevation change or something, or what? That was weird. It happens every once in a while. Stuck on a ledge. Holding on to a rock for dear life. This is where we should, I don't know. We should just like stop fishing for them because of the time of day, save our bleak kind of thing. I just don't know this late in the morning that we're likely to see one. You're trying Ladoga salmon at Volkov? That one seems so annoying to me. It'll be interesting when I get back around to that one. What's up, Mystic? Just worry that they're going to get too small this time of day. I don't know if I want to cast any more out there. Let's see what we have on right now. Small stuff. You completed them all, Mystic? That's amazing. Oh. Skipping premium, gotcha. Does anybody have a favorite anniversary reel? At level 22? No, because you can't come to Sura. So, like, unless there's just an individual stage that you want to do, because you like that stage's reward, you can't do the whole thing unless you hit level 24 before the event's over. Wait, is Sura the highest level you need to be? No. 26? No. Let's see, is it 26 on standard? I haven't even looked at this. We should have looked at this. Sura, Donitz, Volkov. Donitz, Sura, Volkov. I think it's Sura on standard, isn't it? Copper. Oh, is that standard though, or is that premium? That's true, Bug. You could get 2 levels in 60 days. Yeah, there's premium challenges too, Rift. First cast on Dodger, you get 11.2 Ladoga. Wow. How much is the Taiga C normally is how much? Oh, it is the same price. I was looking at it and I was like, why is it so expensive? But it's actually the same price plus it's on sale. I just love this reel. Because this is like pretty much my favorite type of fishing at Norway, right? And unlike the regular Taiga C, this one has a second gear ratio. All right, Wrangler. I just think it's so cool. This little 2000 looks awesome, but yeah. I mean, the only reason why I like it so much is because it basically is sort of like the Regal, except it's Taiga C. So you could both fish for cats and get the double gear ratio for the C. It's just kind of cool. It's just interesting. Oh, the darker version of it is still the 2000 though. That, I don't understand what this is. Is this a new rocket jet? An 8000 rocket jet? This is just a spinning reel. Not that it's not cool, it is, but I don't know. That's not as, those are weird. I think this looks pretty sweet, but just a spinning reel. That's kind of ugly to me, but okay. I'm surprised they didn't throw something crazy that was like a 6000 or a 3000 spinning reel. That's what would have been tempting to some folks, I think. All right, where's this stinking rocket jet? All right, here's a regular. Did they replace it? Why is it saying new on rocket jet? Is there something different about them, y'all? New 35% off. Okay. I got to rocket jet out of here. I gotta go eat dinner. I am hungry. Thank y'all for hanging out though. I think I'll be back tomorrow. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. But wish you the best. Thanks for hanging out. Tight lines. Good luck in the challenges. We had some good success today. Hopefully I'll get this Zander without too much more effort, but we'll see. All right. Catch y'all later.